This is Father Andrew Ritchie, and you're listening to Catholic Inspiration, a podcast from my website at studyprayserve.com. These homilies, presentations, and retreats form part of my ministry as a Catholic priest for the Diocese of Superior. And now I invite you to open your hearts to some Catholic inspiration. Today is Friday of the 16th week of the year. Now our psalm response is actually taken from the book of the prophet Jeremiah. This is chapter 31. And the response: "The Lord will guard us as a shepherd guards his flock. Hear the word of the Lord, O nations, proclaim it on distant isles, and say, He who scattered Israel now gathers them together. He guards them as a shepherd his flock. The Lord shall ransom Jacob. He shall redeem him from the hand of his conqueror. Shouting, they will mount the heights of Zion. They shall come streaming to the Lord's blessings, the grain, the wine, and the oil, the sheep and the oxen. Then the virgins shall make merry and dance, the young men and old as well. I will turn their mourning into joy. I will console and gladden them after their sorrows. The Lord will guard us as a shepherd guards his flock." Powerful image. Sometimes it doesn't seem to be particularly comforting that we're considered sheep. Defenseless, not too bright, kind of looking for a leader. And yet, what we get here as the image is that the Lord is our shepherd. We've got beautiful imagery for that all through the scriptures. But I love this notion of the shepherd who is guarding the flock. And that means the shepherd is fierce. The shepherd knows that there are all sorts of predators that would like a tasty lunch of sheep, and instead stands between the sheep and whatever the danger might be. And that means to risk, to endure all sorts of hardship, to be out in all sorts of elements. The shepherd is a shield that protects the sheep from danger. Now let's apply that to ourselves, because friends, there are times when we are in all sorts of danger. And there are times when we've done it to ourselves. We have fallen prey to temptation. We've made choices. We gave into our anger or our pride or our ego, and we've said things that now we can't take back, and we have to deal with the consequences. We've done things that we can't undo, and yes, we have to deal with the consequences. But the Lord, whenever we call, receives us when we repent, puts us back into right relationship. The Lord protects us, and when we are truly afraid, vulnerable, defenseless, have nowhere else to turn, that's a good time to get down on our knees and pray for the guidance, the help, and the strength we need to put one foot in front of the other and keep going. The Lord is our shepherd. The Lord guides and guards us. Which means then that, friends, we are on solid ground when we stay close to the shepherd. We are on solid ground when we always make sure that we are within hearing range of his voice and that we go where he leads us. Again, that image that we're sheep is not particularly one that means that we're very bright, and yet sometimes we don't do very bright things. And if the Lord is leading us in a direction, we go, I don't know if I want to go that way. That looks hard, or that looks dangerous, or it looks uncertain. Friends, we got to trust the shepherd. We turn to Jesus. He knows what's best for us. We trust in him. And maybe that's the takeaway that we want to hold on to today. Are there any places in my life right here, right now, where I really need to lean into my faith, to trust in my faith, to turn to Jesus and say, okay, Lord, I'm going to take your hand. I'm going to trust that where you lead me, I will go. And even though I might be nervous or scared, I know that you know what's best for me. You want what's best for me, and you will help me to be present in this life, to be with you in the next. If the Lord is going to guard and guide us, if the Lord's going to protect us from all sorts of danger, then how much we need to call upon the help of the shepherd each and every day. Protection from the basic temptations. but also protection from that real evil that's out there that seeks to undermine, to destroy. And protect us from sometimes ourselves and the harm that we can do when we put too much trust in our own ego and not enough in God. Do we see any parts in our life right here and right now that we need to turn over to the shepherd? If so, today might be a good day to whisper a prayer. Lord, I trust you. I follow you. For you guard us as a shepherd guards his flock. God bless you all. This is Father Andrew Ritchie, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of Catholic Inspiration. These homilies, podcasts, presentations, and retreats are part of my ministry. And folks, if you found it helpful, please feel free to share my podcast with someone you know and love in the hopes that it will help them in their journey of faith. And you can help me if you just go back to your podcast engine and write me a rating and a review. I keep all my listeners in my daily prayers, and I ask that you remember me in yours as well. God bless you, my friends.